Hey guys, welcome. My name is Sammy and I'm the founder of Technically Rich Traders. Okay, so today on this video we are going to talk about trend lines and also trade how to trade using trend lines. Okay, so first we'll talk about trend line in an uptrend. Okay, a trend line serves as a dynamic support to an uptrend. A trend line serves as a dynamic support to an uptrend. A trend line serves as a dynamic support to an uptrend. Okay, so it looks like this. First, your uptrend. Okay, so now for your trend line to be valid, it must connect at least two higher lows or more. It must connect at least two higher lows or more. For your trend line to be valid, it must connect at least two higher lows or more. So now the trend line is also used to identify a trend. So when you see a market, if you really want to know if this market is trending up or down, you can make use of the trend line tool. All right, so now I can see that this market is moving up currently, and I intend to use a trend line to detect if I'm having an uptrend or a downtrend market. Okay, so obviously this is an uptrend market, so when you want to draw your trend line in an uptrend market, you are looking forward to connect at least two of these higher lows. So I can see that. Let's see if I can connect two or more. And draw to the future. Okay, so this is 1, 2 and 3. It's connecting to this higher low. Okay, so 1, 2 and 3. This is my trend line here, serving as a support to this uptrend. It is serving as a dynamic support to this uptrend. Okay, now here is where I'm going to be buying. See, once you can see that you are able to connect at least two higher lows in an uptrending market, so you just draw the trend line to the future. Okay, so now you'll be waiting for the market to get to the trend line. Whenever the market comes back to the trend line, you buy. Like right here, market gets down to the trend line, shows the sign of support right here, you buy, and then you place your stop loss down here. And yes, you can, to get where you are going to sell at, you can go back and look at the previous market data in the past. Now you are going to be looking for a resistance that is above this most recent resistance here. So any resistance you see above this current resistance here is where the price is going to potentially find resistance. Okay, but if you are not willing to do that pattern, yeah, this will also work. Placing another trend line at the top of this uptrend. Placing another trend line at the top of this uptrend. So now that trend line is called a channel line. Okay, so this channel line is going to serve as your resistance channel line, and it also has the same rule. It must connect at least two higher highs or more. So I can see that. Let's see if I can connect more than two higher highs. Okay, so I can see easily that I'll be able to connect from right here. Okay, so I'm trying to make sure this is straight. Okay, so I can see I'll be able to connect this. Okay, so one thing you should learn not to do is forcing a trend line. Do not force a trend line. Okay, so if the trend line can only connect two, then you are fine. If it happens that the trend line can connect more than two, then you are super fine. Okay, so now here's how to use the trend line. Now when I'm buying here, because I must have already drawn my trend line right from like this one, down to like this. So I'm having a channel here. Now you can see that the market is moving inside of this tunnel. Okay, so I want to make use of the upper trend line to know where I'm going to be selling at. Now when I'm buying here, I'm going to be selling before the market gets to this upper trend line. And yes, if one way or the other, if you check it out, it will also correspond with the horizontal resistance line you are going to like find above this area to get this area for yourself. So same thing you did right there. You wait for the market to resist around somewhere, then comes back to the support. Once the market shows you that it has found support here again, you wait for the market to confirm that, then you buy, then stop loss, and then your take profit is going to be before it gets to this upper trend line. Okay, so quickly let's see an example. But before that, now when a trend line breaks, it has to it also has the same rule as your support and resistance. Remember that this trend line down here serves as a dynamic support, and this channel line up here in this uptrend serves as a dynamic resistance. Okay, dynamic resistance. So in case if you have a breakout of this from the resistance, market has to retest this one, and when it retests and respects it, then market continue. After breaking this one, market continue moving up. So this just means that the market broke out from this trend, yeah, to another trend. Okay, so turns out that the market broke out from this tunnel, this channel, and continued the uptrend at the upper side. Okay, so now if this market wants to change to a downtrend, you have a break of this lower trend line, that the market retest the broken trend line, and if it respects it, comes back down. You look forward waiting to see if it will break this one. Once it breaks it, then you know that yes, this market is selling down, because it has to come back to retest this one, and if you respect, continues down like that. Okay, so this means that your support has been broken and it has been retested and respected, and then the market continues the down trend. Okay, so when your trend line in an uptrend is broken, that is your support trend line in an uptrend is broken, the market has to retest it, and then if it retest it and respect it, then it goes down. Remember the rule: when the support is broken, it must be retested and respected before the price goes down. When the resistance is broken, it must be retested and respected before the price goes up. Okay, so now let's quickly find this right here. Okay, let me look for. Okay, let's go with ENG. Go with ENG. Okay, yeah, tradingview.com. We'll search for ENG BTC. ENG BTC, and I'm going to be choosing ENG BTC on Binance. Take note of that. ENG BTC on Binance. Okay, so I mentioned earlier, Trendline is used in knowing where you really are having a trend. Okay, so now right here you can see you're having a trend down here. You're having the market trending down from this area. Okay, now if you let's put this on 4 hours. Okay, here 4 hours chart. Okay, so now to draw your trend line, let me start this all over. To draw your trend line, you are looking forward to connect the higher lows in an uptrend, right? So we just did uptrend. Sorry for that. We just did uptrend. Now I can see an uptrending market here. I can see an uptrending market here. Okay, so now how do you draw this trend line in this uptrend? Okay, you look out for the higher lows and try to connect the ones you can connect. Now do not try to force a trend. Okay, do not force a trend, just try to connect the ones you can connect. Okay, so here you come, you have trend line to info line, trend line, anchored view up, horizontal line. So you are using horizontal line to mark out your support and resistance, right? So another video, I will make another video for how to make use of this trading view charts in software effectively. Okay, so your trend line, so let's say I'm seeing a low here, so I'm looking forward to connect this low to right here. Okay, now one thing you shouldn't do is force a trend line. Do not force a trend line. Okay, so I can connect 1, 2, 3. You can see the fourth one. Okay, so when your trend line is broken, remember I said it will be retested, and if it is retested and respected, the market goes up. Okay, so remember that. Now this is how to draw your trend line. So I've connected 1, 2, 3. Okay, now you see right here the trend line was broken, retested, and the market had to retest again, went back inside, came back, it was broken again, and then the market retested it, went back inside. Now it was broken again for the another time, and it was tested and respected this time, and the market moved down. Okay, just moved down for a short time. Okay, now the same trend line, if I had wanted to create a channel with this, I probably look for an high here and see how to connect this high together with this, making it touching 3 higher highs. So I'm dealing with the weeks, right? So connecting 1, connecting 2. So this is the value trend line. So you can see how this market moved inside of this line for a while. Okay, so that is very, very valid. So there are no limits to the number of trend lines you want to draw. Okay, there are no limits to the number of trend lines you want to draw. I can see another trend right here, short uptrend right here. So I can decide to connect it this way. Okay, so I'm connecting 1, connecting 2, and then the third one. Okay, so if I decide to create a channel with it, looking forward to like making use of right here or right here. gently and make use of this eye here. Okay, and bring this down so I can connect it to two. Okay, so at some point it was broken, but the market came back inside and continued, for a while. So right here, now we are trying to deal mostly on uptrending markets first. Okay, so here's another uptrending market. Okay, so I can connect one. I can connect 1, 2. So this is very, very valid. Okay. Okay, so that is that for a trend line in an uptrend. So if you want to be buying using trend line, right, after you've plotted this first or second touch, if you had wanted to buy, you would have bought from like right here. You have bought from like right here, stop loss right here, and then take profit before the market gets to the actual resistance. So that would be something around 16% for you before this market actually came down. Okay, so you apply the same thing here also. So if you had bought after the second touch right here, you should have taken up to like 7%, because I know for sure you're not going to stay till this market even breaks out from this. If you follow if you follow what I've been saying since, so stop loss like around here. Okay, so that would have made a lot of sense. Okay, at least. Alright, so I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.